Hey everybody, it's Party Elite, welcoming you back to another episode of our Planet Zoo franchise mode Let's Play. We're going to dive right back into Elite Zoo North with a lot more conservation credits than I remember ending the previous session with, if I'm completely honest, but very happy to see that. We have 144 animals, very close to that 150 milestone if we haven't already crossed it previously with some exhibit animals. We're staying around that 4K visitor mark as well, so that's pretty great. And we have over 500,000 in the bank to do a lot with. We're also very close to be, I feel like we're like 4.98 stars, so feeling pretty good. But as I was alluding to earlier, we've got 500,000 in the bank to do a lot of work with, and that's great because there is a lot of work to do. Folks, I just want to mention another major milestone we're hitting today. This is episode number 40. 40. Absolutely huge. If I remember, and I always forget, so hopefully I'll remember today, I'll do a zoo tour at the end of the session. It's been asked about repeatedly, and I keep forgetting, and I apologize about that. But I will try to keep it top of mind. But yes, 40 episodes. I just want to say thanks to all of you for tuning in, for watching along. It makes such a, I'm so glad to see so many of you enjoying this series. And I want to mention, as always, you know, if you want more Planet Zoo, if you want 40 more, 100 more, 1,000 more, whatever many more episodes, or however many more episodes of Planet Zoo you'd like to see, if you'd like to see more Planet Zoo on the channel, please don't hesitate to let me know. Leave a like, leave a comment. It does make such a big difference. I look at the number of likes and comments to understand quickly what people are interested in watching, and I, of course, read through all the comments as well. I do enjoy reading through the comments. You'll always have good insights, good thoughts, good feedback, so do leave those likes and comments if you'd like to see more Planet Zoo on the channel. I also want to mention really quickly, again, we're on episode 40, so if you haven't already subscribed, but you've been watching along on all these episodes, if you might want to consider maybe subscribing as well. I understand some people have different reasons for not subscribing to a channel. It's perfectly cool, but just wanted to throw a little reminder out there that, yes, Planet Zoo is a relatively consistent and constant, I guess, show on this channel, we could call it. So you might be interested in subscribing if you haven't already. Lots of important alerts over here. Sorry, my ramble went on a little long. But basically, as always, folks, if you're enjoying, leave a like, leave a comment. If you haven't subscribed, maybe consider doing so. That's the ramble done. Like I said, lots to do, so let's stay focused over here now. So lots of alerts over here. I feel like this is just because we're paused. Some of y'all were mentioning that this is because of issues with the latest update. I don't know if that's the case. It seems oddly timed with my addition of more spaces, so I wouldn't be surprised if it's because of the long distance marathons that some workers have to run to get to their staff rooms and whatnot. But we'll take a look at that soon. Ride is without power. That's fair. We'll deal with that. Bare necessities is inaccessible. What is that? Why is that? Oh, you know what? I think and Coca-Cola as well. I think that's just because we haven't pressed play yet. I think once we press play, it'll be fine. So that's okay. Let's go ahead and say hello to a couple of folks over here. Go ahead and get those conservation credits real quick. And let's go ahead and do some of our opening management stuff. We will have a pretty long time lapse today, but I'll get into details of what we're doing when we actually get into doing it. But just want to start off, of course, with our standard set of money making and management steps over here. I won't take very long, and I will hit play in just a moment's time. So we have, let's take a look at only our exhibit animals, and let's go ahead and get rid of some of y'all. Don't need so many of everything. Pretty sure we're able to do that. Get rid of you two as well. I think we should be fine. I don't think we need another green iguana. There've been so many babies, baby notifications have been popping up. So many beetles as well. My God. They can get rid of you. Some of you. Get rid of you as well, probably. I always worry that I'm going to leave without a breeding pair. And it looks like we've got breeding pairs all down over here. Looks like we're okay. Do you have it? Yes, you do. All right, we're good. I think that's all we can kind of get rid of right now. I don't want to overdo it either, right? Well, we can probably get rid of you two as well. Sure. Center Trade Center. Make a quick buck off of this. Trade Center is full. Now, many of you have been saying I should just put down another trade center or something. I don't disagree entirely. I'll just find a spot to do it, and I'll do it at one point, maybe this session. But let's go ahead and select all. A good 10K to be made. Nice and easy money there. And if we take a look actually at our animal trading, I want to see our animal storage. We've clearly gotten rid of some animals. Wow, we didn't manage to get rid of... I forget if I put them up for trade or not now. Part of me doesn't want to, if I'm completely honest. I'm too attached. Buddy, I'm having a hard time getting rid of you, though. Having a hard time getting rid of you. How about 50? Someone's got to give me 50 for... These are decent stats. They're not bad stats. I hope that's why Yule was here. Oh, dear. I hope I didn't... oh, dear. Huh? I hope I didn't make a big mistake there, because I remember I was having a bit of a fuss over here with animals, and now I may have just... Right, yeah, I was comparing the two Yules, right? Yeah, I might have made a big mistake over here. Well, this Yule is also good. I do remember, right, there was a comment about not trading out all the females. Oh no, this Yule is the one that's in... Hold on, what? What do you mean offspring? Reduced fertility. Oh, because he's on contraceptives. If we turn that off, let's hit play for a second here. Do I have to open this menu again? Yep. Okay, yeah, it looks like we're good in terms of it's not inbreeding or anything. Alright, just gonna pause it again. So this is Yule. I need to double check this before I go any further. I think I might have made a bit of a mistake. Emma, inbreeding. Bennu is expecting... Oh, recent birth. Rhea is okay. Alright, well, hold on. So Emma is inbreeding. Bennu is expecting offspring. Yardley is inbreeding. Sophia is inbreeding. Charlotte is inbreeding. Yvetia would be inbreeding. Zelane would be inbreeding. You are fine. Mia, you're fine. And Zariel, you're fine. Okay, so we have enough breeding pairs over here for Yule to go wild, so to speak. So we should be fine. Hold on. Emma is inbreeding. Did I miss some? Hang on a second. Oh, is it not actually... Are you serious right now? Oh, do I have to take out a pen and paper? Oh, this is annoying. Okay, can I do siblings? There we go. And let's go ahead and get the animal list up over here. There we go. God. Opening so many items up. Let's go ahead and get our pronghorn antelope. Didn't expect that I'd be doing this. This is the first thing this session, I'll tell you that. Pronghorn antelope. And we are looking for Yule's siblings. So Emma, I mean, she's elderly anyway. Just in case so. And Bennu is elderly as well. I want to keep a track of who can have children and who can't. Tinbull, you're too young. Okay, let's look at maturity over here. I want the older ones. Rhea is not on this list, so Rhea is good. Yule and Yule, of course. Zantara is not on this list. Zantara is good. Mia is not on this list, so you're good as well. Zariel is good. Wright is a boy. Timbo is a boy. Okay, hold on. So we've got everybody, I guess. We got Yardley. We got Sophia. We got Charlotte. We got Yvetia. We got Zelane. Cool. And Tristan and Ontario have been released. But they're guys anyway, so that doesn't make a difference as far as offspring is concerned with Yule over here. Okay, so I think we've sorted that out right away. Glad I checked, but Yule's stats are pretty good. Well, I wasn't expecting a game crash, I'll tell you that. I wasn't expecting a game crash, and it looks like the crash took us right back to where we were before we even traded out the animals or anything. Are you serious right now? Oh my god. Oh my god. All right, well, let's go ahead and clear out our trade center and do this all over again. Sorry, folks. Not much I can really do about that. That's really kind of frustrating, but hey, it is what it is. Just gotta move on as if nothing happened. So we've got our... Hang on now. No, okay. We've got our exhibit showing up. Gotta go it by maturity. Gotta do it by maturity. And now that we've emptied out some room, we can actually do more than we did last time. So, you know, it's silver lining thinking, folks. Always got to go with silver lining thinking. Think of the good that has come out of the situation. Let's go ahead and see. I want to make sure I don't mistakenly get rid of more than I should. I think that's good enough. 22. I don't think we have too many extras. I mean, maybe I could get rid of some golden poison frog. Got a mom and a dad. You know what? Let's keep them in there. Important alerts require attention. I think, again, that's just a matter of me unpausing. Let's send you all to the trade center. And let's go ahead and trade them out. Sorry, there we go. Select all. Quick trade. Done. It's our easy money. And then let's go ahead and take a look at our situation over here. So we had animal trading. Now, Yule looks like has been traded out already. Cool. I definitely underpriced him. I think I thought I had overpriced him previously when I hadn't, but it's okay. It's not the end of the world. We have we have nearly 2,700, so we're fine. Now, this, though, I think still needs double checking, so let's go ahead and take a look at the stud book, look at the siblings, and let's make sure that everyone over here, again, there should be little buttons over here to make, it's just quality of life stuff. I should be able to put them on contraceptives right over here. But it's okay. It's okay. It's not the case. It's fine. We have our little workaround over here. We're going to look at just our pronghorn antelope. This is in alphabetical order. There we go. We're going to look at just the females. We're going to look at maturity. And we're going to look at the names. So we've got Sophia. Zantara is fine. Charlotte. Yvetia. Yeah, okay. Mia is fine. Zelane needs to be on contraceptives. Yardley needs to be on contraceptives. Well, hang on now. I mean, will this conflict with her current pregnancy? I don't know. Shouldn't. I don't know how this works in the real world, but here's hoping, I suppose. Hopefully the game's smart enough to realize I'm not trying to get rid of the babies. It's the contraceptives are after the baby is born, or babies are born, I should say. All right, so that's done. Go ahead and close this. Go ahead and close you, and hopefully the game doesn't crash again. So, what are the chances that the game would literally crash like at the same basically exact time and space? I've restarted my computer. Hopefully that's like cleared the caches and everything. Folks, gonna do a quick cut. Gonna do the same stuff all over again. I'm sure you don't want to watch it a third time over. Hang in there. I'll be right back after this cut. All right, and we're back. Everything's done over here. Hopefully, all right. Hopefully all's well. Kind of lost my train of thought. I had a ton of momentum going in at the beginning of this episode, but there's something that's going to stop that train in its tracks. It's a game crashing 2 times in a row while trying to tackle the same thing. So okay, we've got our exhibit animals done. We've got Yule's siblings all on contraceptives. Emma, his mom, is elderly, but put her on contraceptives as well, just in case anything goes sideways there. And we are done with that. Where was I? I am feeling a little lost, I'll be completely honest, folks. All right. I wanted to check where all these conservation credits came from. So again, we're at 2698. If we look at our trade history real quick, I like keeping an eye on how our trades do. So did I lose money on author? What's this? What is sometimes I don't know what I'm looking at, honestly. Where did I make my money? Tell me what order this all happened in. So this is all my expenses. We got the Guriel, we got Mei Lin and Ying Xiang. Oh, this is in order of species. No, I want in order of when it happened. All right, well, let's flip it by transaction. I can't. Well, this is not very conducive to examining. All right, you know what? I'm done. Enough menus. I'm gonna go ahead and say we traded some of the animals we had and we made money, and I'm happy. That's, I think, good enough. Anyways, let's start making some progress over here. I said a couple times there's a lot to do today. Things like that will delay us. So first things first, we're going to do one last attempt at figuring out the water situation. Many of you were saying that it is in fact because of the animals. And I guess I'm fortunate enough that these animals are boxed. I don't know. Some of y'all were pointing out that the boat path might actually make these animals box up very often. And if that's the case, then I'll be forced to reduce how much space the crocs have, or at least create a fence around the ride, and the crocs will be able to roam around it, I suppose, which is not that bad. But we'll see how that plays out. Let's go ahead and move. Well, can I move all animals? Let me just check over here. Go ahead, look at the animals, and select all and move. Yeah, to the trade center. Bagraba has one, does it not? No, that's a habitat. Whoops. Our trade centers are pretty far away. We would do well to have one closer to there. Let's go ahead and move you to the trade center. Sure. And we do have a baby, by the way. The reason why I'm hesitant to reduce the space, and many of you touched on this in the comments as well, I'm kind of hesitant to reduce the amount of space they have because when they have babies, and apparently they have babies fairly often, and they come in, big numbers sometimes, I want to make sure we have room for the full family, so to speak. Oh my God, look at that. All right, let's go ahead and select all, move you as well. Get you guys into the trade center over here. Clicking on the icon is fat thank you. Again, write the comments. Y'all always have these like hot tips that come in. So hopefully we'll clear all this out. And then after they get cleared out, we'll go ahead and try to adjust the water one last time, because it would make me very happy if we could get rid of some of these ugly little elements. If not, we'll adapt them into our layout, but I'd rather not have to, if I'm completely honest. All right, the animals are gone. Go ahead and pause it again. Let me just do a quick check over here. The elephants are not in here. The panda can't be in here, hopefully. They haven't found a way to cross the mountains and get in there. All right, so now I know I need to move this thing. Let's go ahead and raise you significantly, right? Go ahead and do that. Here's our experiment number 1. Experiment number 1, get rid of the water and add the water. No, that doesn't work. All right, fair enough. We're going to undo twice. I want to make sure this undo is maintained. So that's done. The other thing that was suggested is that it might be paths. This was added recently, and this was added recently as well, but I don't know if I can delete any of that. Let's go ahead and see if that does the trick. See, a big part of this is I don't want to... Oh, damn, I thought we had it. I don't want to just spend my life doing this. Am I missing something here? Are we... Oh, are you kidding me? Oh, that's a joke. Oh, that's... No, that's not. Okay, good. That's not the case. I was like, was I clicking the wrong spot? No, I wasn't. We are still obstructed at that certain height. See, this is too low. And I mean, honestly, I could just lower the height of all these boats and stuff a little bit. It's not the end of the world. It's not that much lower. It still looks nice. Doesn't carry over to this side, so we'd have to add a separate... This is pretty low, actually. I don't like how low that gets. All right. Fair enough. The other thing that was suggested, so let's go ahead and undo, bring the water back, is that it might be... And the reason why I'm doing this in real time rather than as a time lapse is because many of you often mention that you like seeing this kind of problem solving happen, so that when it happens to you, if and when it happens to you, you see what a likely solution might be. And I think that can stand to be pretty helpful for people, and that's why I want to do this in real time, because if we do come across a solution, god damn it, I get so excited when I see the valid and I think it's higher. Why? What is your problem, game? What is your problem? Oh, no way. I see. I think I see, at least. But edit the barrier over here. Gotta make you right, because it goes down over here as well before it goes back up. Gotta make all of you into a null. And then, perhaps... Come on, bring me joy, bring me happiness. God damn it. Still nothing, eh? Like, we're fine up to here, but the moment we get higher than that, we get obstructed. Don't think it's... Many of you were suggesting it's because of the path. I don't know that it is, because we had the path here before. And what I could do is... It's all obstructed, right? What I could do is I could get rid of the path over here, see if that makes a difference. A lot of people that were about to nuke, basically. But let's see, if I go ahead and demolish all that, does that make a difference? And again, I have to keep an eye on my undos, right? That does not make a difference. If I go ahead and get rid of all of this, all these people are going to be gone. Kind of a waste. Does that do... No, that doesn't do the trick either. So it's not the path. Not the path. It's not the fencing. I don't think it would be the rocks. I don't think it would be the plants. Because the plants are underwater over here as well. Is it... Can't be this barrier, because this is fine on this side, right? Yeah. I just simply do not comprehend where this issue is coming from. I just don't get it. Seemingly it's not the paths. I mean, hey, we've gone part way, let's go all the way, right? Just want to make... Oh, if I can't undo this, I'll be very upset. No, still obstructed. Still obstructed, folks. Or, I suppose I could try... Well, let me see if I've got all my undos here. Before I overcommit. I'm getting nervous if you can't tell. There we go. Okay, cool. Alright, so we've got enough undos. There's one last thing I could check. And if that doesn't work, then I'm going to give up on this. Okay, that's all the redos. So if I go ahead to the path and get rid of you... No, you're already gone. Oh no, you are here. Get rid of you. Or I guess if I lift you... That's got to be the last thing I can... Yeah, that's the last thing I can think of. I can't think of anything else. I can't think of anything else. So if you can, again, if you got any other ideas, let me know. But I can't even like get it over here. And there's definitely no path or anything back there. We've got rid of all the animals. I just don't... Like, let's take a look. Oh, don't tell me it's this thing. Come on, party. I wish that's, to me, that's the most useless tooltip that this game has. Obstructed on the water. It's just like, what do you mean? Give me more details. If we do that, watch this works. No. I don't know if I'm happy or sad that even this doesn't work. Well, now do we try to undo all the pathing again? Anyway, I think I'm done here, folks. There's only so much of this that I'm willing to mess with. Is it the lanterns, do you think? No, I don't think it's the lanterns. I think we experimented with that already. All right, well, you know what? Yeah, done. Bring the fencing back. Bring this fencing back as well. And bring this piece of fence back as well. All right, cool. We're good. We're good. Moving on. I only have so much time to spend on something like that. But undo all this. Let's go ahead and hit play. Let time move forward while we do the rest of our work today. So one thing is that I definitely want to flatten this. We don't need it to be so high anymore. So let's go ahead and flatten to foundation. If that research is complete, great, because I have to do a little bit of reassigning there. As many of you pointed out, and now I can't remember if I mentioned this before the crashes or not, so bear with me, folks. There might be a little bit of repeated mentions, but since this is done, we're going to go ahead and move you from working on the Indian elephant to working on, instead, the giant panda. Fun fact, by the way, as this is what our vets are going to learn as they do this research, giant pandas and polar bears are two very different animals. Did you know? Giant pandas do not eat a lot of the things that... oh, what happened here? Me messing around with paths hurt us a fair bit, I think. But yes, giant pandas don't eat the same things as polar bears, and searching polar bear when you're looking for food and things like that doesn't really bode well for the panda bear. So we're gonna fix that, folks. But before we do that, I'm gonna fix this over here. So we've got a Gariel. Oh, are you serious? I'm gonna have to select them individually. Sometimes these little things go a very long way in bringing things to an abrupt halt. Oh, Rishi, we've got you coming through. I'm sure a lot of people are upset that they're coming all the way here and not seeing any animals. I'm sure that's not helping with the happiness of me. Let's get you in here as well. I wish it would mark when they're being moved or they're marked for moving. We've got a lot more Gariel over here. Well, this is constantly updating, I guess, as they're getting moved. Fair enough. Let's go ahead and take a look at our crocs, because at least with the crocs, there's only a couple of them. Saltwater, A, B, C, D, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S. I know how to spell. All right, let's go ahead and move you all the way over to here, to Crikey Creek. All right. Go ahead and move you and Abysaya. Abhyasa is the only one that's left. Cool. Y'all are coming over here to Crikey Creek. And if I go ahead and take a look at our Gariel again, I'm not very happy about this. That's not sure what's going on. Gariel. I mean, people are thirsty. It's raining. Just open your mouth and tilt your neck back. Come on. Simple stuff here. All right, Pihu. Moving you into here. Let's go ahead and get Nitara. So Pihu and Nitara are in here now. Dangerous animal has escaped. Oh, man. Okay. I'll deal with it. I'll deal with it. I'll deal with it. Relax, game. I wish you could select multiple over here. I don't know who I haven't selected yet. Move you in as well. Hopefully they'll just kind of go back in themselves. So the heart getting a little adventurous over here. Okay, delivery done. And we'll check our Gariel in a second after... Okay, let's emergency capture you. That's not working for me. That's not working for me at all. Let's go ahead and duplicate some of these bamboo pieces, because evidently they act as good barriers. And they aesthetically match the area as well. That's a good way to do it. Let's go ahead and pop you down like that. We can get you and duplicate you over here. It's a nice little, like, line of items. Oh, they've both escaped. Wonderful. Aren't they clever? Aren't they clever? That's going to cost some refunds, I'm sure. Today has not been my day so far, folks. As far as this game is concerned, I mean. Things have not gone well so far. That's a big waste of money over here, of course, that we're seeing. This is also not cooperating with me now. Come on, game, just work with me a little bit. The funniest thing the game could do right now is crash again. And I know I might have just jinxed myself, but that's just my sense of humor sometimes. All right, let's go ahead and push all you down. Move you down as well. This is good. No one here is floating. Oh, you're floating. Hope it's not too dark right now. I can turn the light on. There we go. Turn the light on. All right, there we go. Good stuff, good stuff. Less floatiness over here. Hopefully the... What's wrong with... Why are we not moving you? Why is no one getting to you? How do we move one but not the other? Let's give the move order again, perhaps. See if that does the trick. Has been in box for too long. Unbox all you. Been in box for too long. What, Veer again? You've been boxed? No, you haven't. Okay, yeah, we're fine. All right, okay, back at it, back at it, back at it. We're good, we're good, we're good. Move you over. Push you down. There we go. Again, want to make sure the boat has enough room to actually go by as well, right? Gotta move you two down a little bit. I don't know why it's actually duplicating them so high up in the air. But whatever, it is what it is. Game is a mind of its own today, it seems. Good over here. Yardley's about to have some offspring. Good for you. Are we... It's a little funky over here, isn't it? Something like that. Just to make it a bit more realistic. And hopefully we're able to actually seal this area off. I'll see if the elephants are able to escape from this now. Well, there's one of you. And if we take a look at your habitat, you are, yes, able to escape from this corner over here. Not the end of the world. Because we are able to get a couple of these down over here. And again, a boat pushing through these, it doesn't to me feel very like fake or anything. Boats, you know, moving through reeds and a little bit of vegetation, I think is fine. Genuinely, I think it's fine. I'm not just saying that. So, I mean, y'all let me know if you think this is a little cheesy, I guess, but I think it's reasonable. And let's take a look at you now. Let's see. You are not able to escape. All right, cool. Okay. Looks like Siddharth is just stuck here now. We have access through a path. Obviously don't want to unbox you over here. Can't cancel the move either. Is someone coming to pick you up? I don't know. One staff are having to queue to use facility. That is the research center. Okay. Fair enough. I might cancel some research and stuff that's going on. Bet research is complete over here. Incorrectly placed speakers. I'm guessing that's because of the escaped animals. Mexican red knee tarantula is done. I will deal with that maybe later. I'll deal with research later. Wait, hold on. What do we got over here that's wrong? Oh, has this been emptied out? We are out of Titan beetles. Okay, great. I began with this session with such joy. Titan Beetle, come on now. Okay, let's bring you in there. And let's go ahead and bring... We need a male, right? Come on. Our beetles are worth the highest quality of male specimen that we can find. Alright, let's go ahead and mark you as mom. And let's go ahead and mark you, Ricardo, as dad. Alright, done. Okay. So now we're fine over there. Over here, what have we got? Breeding species, great. Have we rescued our elephant yet? Yes, looks like we have. Just have to look away for a minute. It's a long way around, but the work will get done. All right, so that's that done. I've got some vegetation over here. Don't need them to be blocked off over there. We've got some vegetation over here, which will upgrade into something else this session, I'm hoping. The boat's able to go through, loop around, go this way. It's weird. The elephants, I guess, are we not worried about them escaping in the other direction? Oh, no, because we have the concrete walls, don't we? Yes, I've got the walls over there. Right. That's what that was. Okay, sun is up now as well, which is nice to see. What do we got here? Boat ride without power. We're fine over here. Right. The thing I was in the middle of doing when I got distracted by the elephant parade. Pandas need to be able to eat. Apparently they're getting food. Oh, I guess they're getting food from an enrichment source or something. Anyway, I need a more normal way to feed them. So let's go ahead and take a look at our habitat. And giant panda is what I'm actually looking for. Thank you very much. And I'm looking for... wait, not enrichment, regular. Food. There we go. That's a water bowl. Why am I... Oh, there we go. Arboreal feeding platform. Oh, it's completely different. Oh, yeah, it's completely different. Okay, so let's go ahead and put you down over here. I think I'll need a heater as well, won't I? I don't think I've heated this area up. If we look at their Zoopedia. Grizzly bears we need to watch for. So 2 to 29. We'll give them a nice 20-degree space. What's going on over here? So we've got too many males, I figure. Where's our habitat door? This is... Got to crouch to get in. We got a habitat door, and I guess William, the little runner that he is. Decent stats. If we take a look at your stud book and we look at your parents, so Symington is your dad, who's still in breeding age, and his stats are also pretty solid. 91, 91, 50, 100. Versus William's 91, 58, 66, 100. So William, oh boy, I suppose we're going to the trade center. We'll send him to another zoo somewhere. Now, you are not on contraceptives. Right? You're fine. Your genes are alright as well. And Symington, who is glitching through the water right now, is also fine, also not on contraceptives. So hopefully they'll have babies soon. Hopefully. It's been a while, actually, hasn't it? Been a while. Right, we're fine. We're fine. Alright, sorry. Oh, my God. Distractions aplenty. So we've got panda feeding going on over here now. And apparently they're able to... Was food just dumped on the ground for them? Is that something the game does? This is adorable. One thing that was in the comments, and I wholeheartedly agree with this, is that pandas should just be able to... We've got so much bamboo around, they should just be able to go around and eat some bamboo if they wanted to. That's so funny. Yeah, sure, I guess food just gets dumped on the ground if we don't have a feeding platform. Fair enough. The pandas, otherwise, last meal quality wasn't that great. Was it because it was right off the ground? We have to increase their meal quality? We'll find out. We'll check. But what did I want to actually check? Right there, temperatures. So we wanted to get them to 20 degrees, right? That would make them comfy. We'll take a look at the heaters, which I, yes, do not have over here. Let's get one right by the entrance over here. Well, one over here. And let's set that to the right settings. 30 is too hot. 20 it shall be. There we go. Max range. Now let's go ahead and duplicate this over a couple times. So you, how far do you reach? From over here to the bridge. If we go over here with a little bit of overlap. And from here, we mostly cover the gazebo. If I go and get the other half covered like so, that'll do the trick. Trying to be a bit more economical with how I place my heaters down, because as we get bigger, those costs are going to go higher and higher, right? And put you over there. Put you over here. Warm the path as well. And let's see, over here, we've got decent coverage. We'll need some coverage over here. Let's go ahead and align you to surface, please. Move you up. That should do the trick. And I wonder if I don't want to get one down over here. Again, this is more for the guests now. And then one on this side. Another one on this side over here. That should keep this area pretty warm and comfy, right? Okay, so happiness is back up. I think, yeah, people were really upset about the animals suddenly going missing. Let's go ahead. On which note? Look at our animal storage again. Look at our Gario. Looks like we've got all of our Gario out of there. Okay, great. Fantastic. Fantastic. We do need to get William traded out, though. How much does a grizzly bear go for? If I take a look at the grizzlies, 360 for you. William's better than this, but not albino, so maybe not as good as this. All stats are a little worse. So maybe 500 is a fair number, I think, for William. Also, William's a great runner, which people won't know, but, you know, they should know. 500, I think, is a fair number. All right, William. It was nice knowing you. Eduardo over here. Having a hard time getting rid of Eduardo, apparently. His stats aren't that bad. Let's go ahead and trade him for, I think 100 should be a fair price. Go ahead and do that. And now that it's snowing, I can actually do a quick check. Wonderful. To see what works and what doesn't as far as heating is concerned. Pop you down over there. Go ahead and pop you down over here. Put you down over here. Yeah, they're not liking this cold, obviously. This is not at all like their native space. And why are they down over there when there's perfectly good bedding over there? I nudge you over a little bit. Want to make sure it's actually in the ground, though. Yeah, see? Started to learn this game's strange limitations that it has sometimes. Pop you down over here. There we go. What about the pandas? Yeah, see, it doesn't actually reach the full range. Pronghorn antelopes fighting for alpha status is not the end of the world. It's fine. Pop you down over there. I mean, the snow has actually come in at a great time for me to make these adjustments. Go ahead and add one to the bridge over here. I think that'll be nice. A good way to hide it. Fighting for alpha status. Yeah, we've got a lot of adults there now that just joined us this this session. No, that's just too close to the other one. That's just silly. All right, let's put you down by the tree over here. You down by the feeder over here. Again, just feels too close. Put you in the vegetation over here. All right, there we go. Now we've cleared up some space. Can put one down over here. We'll need to mirror it on the other side, but we'll do that when there's an actual animal there to worry about. Let's go ahead and put you down over here. All right, cool. Or rather, warm, I suppose. Hot. So we're good over there. Over here, we've got a lot of cool spots still. Man. Warming these habitats up. Okay, so the pronghorn antelope needs a little bit of adjusting. We'll do that in just a second's time. Do that sooner, actually. It's like I have to have like a hex grid or something over here to cover everything. All right, pronghorn antelope. Why are y'all fighting? Stop it. Stop it. We just got Symington. Rather, sorry, we just got Yule, mixing names up. Right, are you better? Losing my voice and my patience a little bit, folks. That was annoying. I have no idea where we are in terms of what we've done and what we haven't. All right, well, one good way to check is, are you serious? God, this is just... Okay. All right, it's fine. It's not the end of the world. Got to put this down. Let me check my animal storage just to make sure we've got all the Gharial and stuff in. Yes, we do. Eduardo is up for trade. Oh, looks like we've got some trades through, so we're at 3,200. Okay, has my... Yeah, my vegetation over here is in place. Okay. Man. Getting a little frustrated, I'm not gonna lie. It's funny, I was talking to some friends the other day about, like, oh, you know, it's great. You get to do what you love in terms of YouTube and all. And don't get me wrong, absolutely. I'm so happy that that I do this and it brings me such joy. But it's times like this where I go, sometimes, sometimes it has its own pitfalls. Oof. But the show must go on. I can't walk away and just, as much as I'd like to, take a minute. And by a minute, I mean take a full day to just be like, all right, I don't want to play this game right now. The show must go on. Let's go ahead and add these heaters. I have no idea where I am right now. And that's the worst part, is like, I don't know what is done and what isn't done. Animals going up for trade is not a good indicator. I know that the feeding platform wasn't put down and the heaters weren't put down. So that's a better indicator of kind of where we were sitting. Move you down manually, don't I? The vegetation is done. The Gharial and the Crocs are back in their enclosures, so that's good. Just trying to figure this out. Well, I'm sure alerts will pop up to warn me as we go along. I'm sure alerts will pop up to warn me as we go along. All right. Let's go ahead and turn on Align to Surface, so it even forgets your settings, eh? Fair enough. Okay, put you down over there. Go ahead and if I could just duplicate you. Oh crap, you know, I just realized. These are all set to 30 degrees. Because by default, they're set to 30 degrees. Alright, you know what? Gonna undo that as well. Gonna pause real quick. Gonna just double check my habitat over here. Check to make sure that the escape routes are closed off. We're fine over there. Folks, these animals are stressed. I'm stressed. Why are you guys stressed out? I guess because this giant influx of people right now. It's okay. The stress will drop, I'm sure. The stress will drop soon enough. What I was getting at, folks, is I'm going to go into a time lapse. I've had enough of this. I can't have the game crash again. I want to change the pace. I'm sure you guys... Well, I'm not sure, but I get the feeling that y'all would enjoy that as well if we just step away from all this management stuff and all the game crashes and focus on our next time lapse. And our next time lapse, folks, is going to hopefully complete the elephant, the Indian elephant enclosure over here. I got a bunch of excellent name suggestions, and I'll be completely honest with you, still haven't picked one. There's just so many good name suggestions. I just haven't been able to like pick one. So today's episode, if you have a name suggestion, drop it down in the comments. By the next session, I hope to have one picked. So yeah, leave me your name suggestions for the Indian elephant enclosure over here, and let's get to work. Again, I got some great references actually. I'm going to try and use those references for this time lapse. No more time to waste, no more rambling, and hopefully no more crashing. Let's begin. This has got to be one of the most painful episodes to record, folks, but this time lapse at least goes pretty well. Overall, I'll give it a solid 8 out of 10, and you'll see why in just a moment's time. I'm sure you can guess why. Nonetheless, I'm really happy with how this time lapse goes overall. We see some serious progress with the elephant enclosure area, progress that, you know, I would have ordinarily done a couple episodes ago, but we got distracted by the pandas. But yeah, using some references to rebuild our pathways, our walkways around the enclosure. But before we get too far into that, obviously we got to take care of one thing first. The thing we have to take care of is the game has got to crash, of course, because why not, ladies and gentlemen? So I put down the panda feeding tray again because the game autosaves just before that gets put down, I think. I don't know. We'll find out. Anyway, got to get these paths working in right angles over here to work with what I needed to be ultimately. And you'll see every once in a while at this stage, I start saving, just taking a moment to save the game because I can't. My patience was wearing really thin. We redo the work we do over there, and we'll use these right angles to act as the bones of our enclosure, and that's why the path had to be done first. As much as I would have loved to jump the gun and do some more exciting things, don't worry, it'll just be another, I don't know, maybe half a minute of adjusting the barriers and the pathing over here to make sure it all fits nicely. Now again, eventually I might make this one giant enclosure and make this second half be kind of like a garden space maybe, and the rhinos and elephants, sorry, pronounced that horribly, wow. The rhinos and elephants, rather, what I was trying to say was the rhinos and Indian elephants are able to share spaces, is what I've been told by many people. And so we might actually do that. Now, check this out. So I thought I'd get the rides over here set up a little bit. Maybe we could activate them today. But as I decide to attach the entrance and exit, the game decides to crash yet again. Oh, man. Definitely glad I was saving, right? So at this point, I go, all right, I'm going to save even more often. Because, again, what we're doing today is going to be some pretty complex architectural stuff. And it would be an absolute nightmare if halfway through the project the game would crash and revert to a save state that's before the architectural work. I think I would probably cry myself to sleep tonight if that happened. But you can see over here putting the flooring down, again, just slightly above the actual flooring so people are able to walk on top of it, but then visually it feels a bit more correct, I suppose is the word I'll use. Getting that down and then starting to build right away. At this point, maybe you can kind of tell I was getting a little angsty and impatient. I was like, I want to start putting pieces down. And I felt like people who are watching might want to start, the decorative elements start getting put down as well. I always try to keep in mind the viewing experience. So I hope this has not been a painful episode to watch, folks. Bear with me if it has been. It's been quite the task getting to this stage. But you can see, slowly but surely getting into my comfort zone again with these building blocks, and I can't remember now if I mentioned it already, but I am using reference imagery, not to make like a one-to-one relationship, not to make like an exact replica, I'd never do that, but more to get an idea of what pieces might go together and how it might work well together. But you can see I'm kind of building this section over here, building the area that the boat will pass through as well. I think we could have a pretty interesting experience if you go underneath the walkway. Maybe we can make that a bit more interesting. And here, yeah, just kind of using these pillars, using the same aesthetic elements as our main structure of the temple that surrounds Bagraba, using that as a reference point, and then building beyond that. But over here, before I went too far, I did want to experiment with a little something. So every once in a while, you'll see me hitting play and checking the habitat overlay, heat map, I suppose, to see if the elephants would be able to get into the water using these steps. So in many temples, oh, you'll see me, I spot this little habitat issue over here and I tried to block it off, but in many of these temples that I'm referencing, the steps are extremely deep, and it's not just the temples, but there's also another historical type of building that I'm now forgetting the name of, that you have these really deep steps followed by smaller steps. But I was trying to use that as a reference. Unfortunately, the big steps are actually not traversable for the elephants. They have to be, I would say, more human-sized steps, which is a little strange to me, but I don't know elephant physiology. I'm sure there's limitations to how their legs bend and stuff. So I decided to make these a bit more reasonable in size, and you can see in terms of their mobility, they are able to get pretty far in there, and you can see it becomes a bit of an undertaking. What I thought would be relatively simple to execute becomes a bit of an undertaking. And you'll see in just a moment's time. Yeah, I'll go ahead and remove some pieces. It's starting to get a little expensive. And here we go. I decide to move the tracks as well. Now, something I actually learn later on after this time lapse is we will do a boat tour, just like a test boat tour. I learned that animals stop the boat in its path. So I've got a question for you guys. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. On the one hand, I can try and make a system so that the animals aren't able to block the path. Or on the other hand, I can make it so that, you know what, if you get on the ride and an animal's in your way, that's kind of part of the experience. It's like a safari. When you see a bunch of lions on a safari, you kind of just deal with it. That's part of the experience. I think it's pretty cool. Anyway, you can see with that last habitat check, the elephants are now hypothetically able to get into the water using those steps. And I think that's pretty neat. Again, it's a little under decorated right now. We will add more to it. But for now, at least, it works. It's a proof of concept, which is always nice to have. And you can see over here as well, I'm kind of like messing around with the overall layout at this stage, testing my water first, and then going in and actually extending these steps a little bit further. I think it makes for a more interesting transition into the water. Creates a more interesting story, I suppose, as well for the actual temple, so to speak. I don't know. And now decorating this walkway a little bit as well, trying to figure out exactly how to make it all work. Keep the decorative elements, but also make it feel a bit more chunky and clunky. Overall, I think we've nailed that. Now, the roof will still get a lot of work over here, but you can, I don't know, maybe you can tell. I could certainly feel it. I don't know if it comes across in my clicks and whatnot. Every click I make, I was extremely nervous that the game's about to crash. So I'm a lot more slow than I normally am, I think, just in like decision making and whatnot, because I was like, okay, is this click going to make the game crash? How long has it been since I last saved? So bear with me with that regard, folks. Now over here, building a centerpiece, I wanted to move the resting platform, so I decided to build a very complex structure in the middle. I think it would be, I thought it would be very fitting for the type of space we're building, the whole temple aesthetic, and again, references had similar kind of things. Now in the references, the central area would all be water, but of course that doesn't really work for what we're going for over here. It's a land animal, primarily, the Indian elephant. But I thought I'd still pull, architectural and layout references. So for example, the central piece over here I thought could be a nice thing that doubles for not just a decorative element, but also a resting ground. So I have to figure out a way to cover the central piece, of course. Got to make sure that rain and snow can't bother our animals. It wouldn't count as hard shelter otherwise. So yeah, this is our hard shelter edition. And if we need more, we can add more small ones. Now, unfortunately, folks, this sort of ends up being the last element I work on in today's time lapse, because I was just freaking out inside. So you'll see I start putting in some pillars and get these roof pieces in. Really happy with how it turns out, but I feel so, I mean, I'm sure it comes, I feel really bad about this, but I could not get myself to complete this enclosure in today's time lapse, because I felt like I was having heart palpitations with how nervous I was that the game was about to crash any second. You can see me hitting the save button again. So I hope you don't mind, but we're just going to fix up some of these pillars so the elephants can actually access this space, and we're going to be finishing this enclosure next session. But this is basically the end of this time lapse. We do a lot more this episode. There's still another 30 or so minutes left, but I wanted to let you know that yeah, I do feel badly for this time lapse, unfortunately, but I also didn't get myself to go further than this. I was getting very nervous. We completed a side. I want to get more intricate. I don't want my fear of a crash stop me from doing things right and doing things well the first time, right? So I hope you all understand. But yeah, big plans for the elephant enclosure here. Big plans for next time. All right, folks, I'm sorry to say, but that I think is where I'm going to call it a time lapse. I know it's not fun when a time lapse feels incomplete, and this one most certainly does, but I believe in transparency, and I'm going to be transparent with you. My heart is in my throat every time I click, and it's literally becoming very uncomfortable. I'm so nervous that the game's just going to crash again at some point, and I'm working on some pretty intricate stuff. I don't know what it could be. I've restarted my computer twice now. I've checked the game cache. I've done everything I can, and I'm just nervous, and a little tired as well. And I think it might be in everyone's best interest if we call it a time lapse over there. I am very happy though with how things have come out from that time lapse. You can see I'm like, part of me deep down inside is like, oh, but I want to keep working because this is coming out real nice. But another part of me is just like, party, you're gonna be very sad if this game crashes and you lose the work you've done, or worse, something more permanent happens. And I don't know. I'm just at that point, I'm just kind of like making stuff up in my head that's making me nervous. But here I am, still clicking, still putting stuff down. I don't know why. Folks, yes, this is where I'm going to call it a time lapse. Really happy though with how this is coming along. Again, thank you very much for shooting me references and ideas. So I'm looking at primarily, for those of you that are interested, Yaganti Temple, which is in India, of course. as a reference point, making a lot of changes to it because of how, you know, animals interact with the habitats and whatnot. And even when I say using as a reference, it's not like I'm using a photo and trying to match it. I'm just trying to get, you know, an aesthetic inspiration, I suppose. One of the big problems with the game's architectural pieces, as far as India is concerned, is there are some very distinct architectural styles in India. From the different eras of conquest. So there are a lot of Muslim era like pieces that are in the game, or so the Mughals were an empire that were in India. So the Mughal emperors or the Mughal empire's architectural style show through very often, but then there are more quote unquote, you know, I guess traditional is a weird word to use for this, but pre-Mughal era and even post-Mughal era, by which I mean English Empire kind of classic architecture we can use for India as well. So there's a little bit of mixing and matching going on, a bit of mishmashing going on, if you will. But, you know, it works. I think it carries the aesthetic through nicely. And I'm really happy that you would have seen through the time-lapse, I was checking occasionally, that our elephants are able to take the stairs down. And these ones less comfortably, but these ones pretty comfortably. So hopefully they'll do that, or they'll even take these stairs down. And we have some better viewing angles, I think. With these hard right angles, we have better viewing angles, and I might just expand their play space, so to speak, to include this area and have them share space with the rhinos. Right now, they've got about, oh, you know what? No, I think we'll be fine. We've got about, what, six times as much space as they need, if not more. I'm not feeling like doing the mental math right now. So we might actually be fine over here. And again, they have access to the water as well. And a little bit of room over here, but we'll cut that off, no problem. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with how this is looking. Now, again, like I said, I want to do a bit of a tour today. I'm gonna save again. God, I can't. Kid you not, my heart is in my throat. And I apologize sincerely, folks. I know this must be a bit of a bummer, and I'm really sorry about that. I hate doing this. I'm gonna have trouble sleeping at night because I've done this, but I'm just having way too much trouble focusing, and I know it's going to affect the quality of everything as I nervously put every piece down, because I know I want things to be more intricate than this, but at the same time I know I'm not making it more intricate because I'm worried about what might happen. So gonna unpause and do a couple of tours. First of all, let's unpause and do a quick test ride on our can I do a test ride? Will you let me do a testing? Yes. Ride camera. There we go. Seat. Beautiful. Not interest. Yeah, seat. So this is what the boat ride is going to be like, for those of you that were curious. Great point. I should have done this last session, but I think this is pretty neat. So go around this way. Go through the market space. Yeah, those guys are watching us test. Nice mist and whatnot. Might get more mist coming in over here. Do we have the Crocs in right now? Can we see them? Oh, it really slows down for this bend, eh? Or is it stuck? Or is it stuck? Oh, they actually stop for the animals. Interesting. Interesting. Now, do I want to use that or do I want to avoid that? Because let's see, if I move you, sorry, buddy, but doing a quick check over here. So if I move you over to Crikey Creek, do I have to box you and move you? Just kind of sitting there. Come on now. All right, let's see. How do I box you? Well, this could end up being a bit of a problem, so I'm glad I've done this test over here. Oh, there we are. Right. Box animal. Now let's move you over to Crikey Creek. So there's a different reason entirely for blocking blocking the path. All right. Now we go over here. Are we able to go through the fence? We'll use our head magic, you know, to go through the fence there. Let's see the waterfall to the side over here, looking absolutely majestic. And over here, oh no, we're gonna go through the bamboos. Very nice kind of a push through there. And now we're going through some grass. No worries. It bums me out, but I don't really have much of a choice. And now we're going through this way. All right, we've got... I'll make it look more natural, obviously, when we come closer to finishing it. Hopefully you'll catch a glimpse of the elephants over here. But if not, you know, you'll be able to hear at least the orangutan, if not see them. Then we go around this way. It's a pretty slow ride. I might want to actually speed up the ride a little bit. Gotta adjust these trees a little bit as well. Got to add more sights to see over here, and now we're about to go through a thick section of bamboo again. See, like, I feel like this is realistic. I feel like that, I buy that. I think I mentioned that earlier this session, like, going through vegetation like that, I buy. I'm cool with that. All right, so over here, you know, maybe you'll be able to see some rhinos or something, but we keep going, and now I've been hearing the orangutan to one side, I've been seeing the rhinos to the other. If I want to, I can get off over here and move in to actually look at those animals properly and perhaps empty my pockets a little bit. We'll wait here for a second, and then we keep going. Yes, no, maybe so. Let's see what's going on here. Want to make sure we're not stuck. Unbox you. Over here. No, still testing. Oh, unpowered, of course. Of course you're unpowered. So let's go ahead and get ourselves... Our solar panel can sit down over here. Or actually, let's put you on the other side. There we go. We need to get another one up by this one. I guess I'll do something like... No, it's too far away. I could put one up over here and people will be able to see it. I don't know if I like that necessarily. Could blend it in nicely, I suppose. Could blend it in nicely. I don't think it'll end up covered up. Other option is, of course, to put it like over here and do something more fitting with the rhinos. And this would also spread the power a bit more. Turn off our angle snapping here. There we go. Do something like that, I suppose. Temporary solution maybe, but a solution for now. And really quickly before it slips past me. Let's look at our staff. Let's look at our work zone. Sorry, our work zone. This is India Center. Gotta add all of you. And let's add you as well. Cool. All right. Back on the right we go. Unpause, right camera. Yeah, it was the power. That was the problem. Glad I checked. All right, so now we go through. Again, maybe I've gotten off to check out the orangutan and the rhinos. Now as we're looping by, we see a floating tree, a mystery of nature. Just balancing itself on those few roots. Don't worry, I'll fix that. But yeah, I definitely need to add some more interesting visual elements on this side. Because maybe you'll be able to see the elephants and stuff, but chances are you won't actually. So I got to make this side more visually interesting. Off in the distance, you can see China. You can see the panda enclosure, so that's pretty neat. And you can see you're headed towards it. You can also see our mountain range over here. You know, I'm really happy actually with how this overall experience is so far. Again, now we're going a little far around the bend over here. I wonder if I can lower the terrain here a little bit. But I can see the head of Bagraba. I can see the... Oh, there we go. I can just barely see the temple coming around this bend over here. Oh, that's dope. That's awesome. And again, over here, hopefully we'll have something interesting to look at as well. Oh, and in comes the snow. This is not good. This is bad. I gotta check in on my pandas and stuff. Alright. This is really not good. Imagine being on this boat right now, for real, when the snow starts to fall. Well, I guess the good news is you'd be able to get off over here. Alright, so we've arrived. Let me quickly just pause for a second again. And yeah, these pandas are not going to be happy. They would have been if the heaters had not disappeared. See, heaters, let's go ahead, pop you down over here. Gotta make sure you are set to 20 degrees. There we go. 1, 2, 3, and 4 ought to do the trick. Of course, they're not actually tucked in. Okay. None of you are tucked in. Go ahead and push you in like so. There we go. Good to see they're actually getting fed now. You know, that's a positive to come out of this session. The pandas are starting to eat. Well, shouldn't say that. They're getting fed. I don't know if they're starting to eat. Pandas love eating. They're definitely eating. All right, let's go ahead and duplicate you to over. No, it's not going to work. It's not going to look neat. Do it right the first time, right? You got to do it right the first time. And then have the game crash on you and then do it right the second time. And maybe even the third. Is this the third time I'm putting these things down? I can't remember anymore. Put some of you down over here. I love how the trees actually block the snow and stuff. God, this game is beautiful. All right, we should be good now with the pandas, I imagine. Over here are elephants, though. They're certainly not very happy about the situation at hand. Go ahead and put some more of you down. One there. One there. One there. Oh, wait, you know what? Exit the group. There we go. Glad I noticed that. All right, let's go ahead. Pop you down over here as well. No need for the group. Cool. That'll do the trick, hopefully. I guess I might need another one over here. Drop you down like so. Cool. That'll do the trick. And with that done, hit play and get back into our ride. All right, away we go. Wait. Actually, no. Save Zoo. Again, sorry, folks. You can tell I'm freaking out. All right. Now loop around. So I still have to add entrances and exits to my to the ride stations. But otherwise, things are moving smoothly. We've got power at least. So this, again, we're going this wide way around to avoid the negative impact area of some of these buildings. And again, we're going to be decorating these buildings as well. This is actually a spot maybe where we can create some visual interest. So as you're coming around here, you have maybe a waterfall to look at from the mountains, and maybe over here you'll see a more interesting sculpture or something. We're gonna loop around, and we're gonna head back in towards the dirt. It's what's it called? Portaging, I guess. Everyone out of the boat, carry it over and into the railing on the other side. Gonna go around this way, and now is the more interesting side of things. We arrive over here. It's getting right by the edge there. We take a look at I mean, look at that. Look at that, even in the snow, right? And you go through the vegetation a little bit. Again, I don't mind the vegetation. We just barely skirt by. Oh my. And over here, no elephants right now, but you can see part of the temple over there. We've got... I should get some like mist and stuff happening over here, but now we're gonna go back through the bamboo and back home. And again, the waterfall. Overall, like a pretty decent ride, I would say, in terms of the visual elements that we've already got in place. Everywhere where we've done work on the zoo, I think the ride looks phenomenal. Like going past the waterfall both times, it's great. Weaving around the temple, I thought that was great. This is a problem. It's not the animals attack, but they block. Let's go ahead and unbox you. So we'll sort that out before we, of course, open up the ride formally. But that was a good test for sure. And that's that taken care of. Let's take a look at what else we've got going on. We've got some zoo challenges, reduce crime. Nice, I'll take that. Over here, I have no idea how this is going to go. Because these... Oh. Well, if you're boxed up, I guess that's fine. How do you even get in there? Well, you can't get out now, buddy. You can't get out. How'd you get in there in the first place? I'm stuck now. Everything sucks for you. Of course, this happens when we're getting an inspector. Come on now. Now you should be good. Shoo. Go. 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 Get out of there. Get out of there, said the heart. Go. Go. Overall, pretty happy. Toy enrichment is a little low. I could add another rubbing pillar. Temporary solution for... Ooh. There we go. Get a little undo button there. All right, let's go ahead and duplicate you. Still got to add more vegetation and stuff to this as well. Add the rubbing pillar maybe on the other side over here. There's more to see a little bit closer to the thing, to the temple viewing points. So cute when they run around. Toy enrichment is still low. I have too many rubbing pillars. Let's go ahead and add something else then. Enrichment, toys, elephant. Sure. I have one of these. That should do the trick. Taking a seat over there. Fair enough. Want to double check real quick. This is our male, so our bigger animal is able to get in there. Yes. Where is our... Oh, such a cutie. Where's our other elephant? And also, I see how you got back in there. No, you shouldn't be able to get back in there. How did you manage that? Whatever, elephant's gonna elephant, I guess. All right, Adia, where are you? There you are. Hiding under over there. That's fine, that's fine. They're allowed to hide for now. Wolf Rock didn't go well. Willoughby, why are you upset? We're not gonna get a 5-star this time around. Species toy enrichment. Well, okay, we'll look at that stuff. What do we got going on over here? Fighting for alpha. Overcrowding. Can't go on a tour when I know there's overcrowding going on. That would not be right. Huh? I'll get what I'm talking about. Why is Yule on contraceptives? Where are you? Yule. I get nervous just clicking on him. Okay. Because all of your family is on contraceptives? Yes. Okay, cool. Before I zoom out, we're going to just quickly save again. So nervous. Alright, good. Now that's done. The snow is gone, which is excellent because now we can go ahead and do a tour. Ticket price is fair. Great. Go ahead and get the guest camera, first person. This is a child. Not so good. Try and get an adult over here. Alright. There we go. Alright, folks. Again, my apologies for a bit of a bummerish episode in some aspects, but we've made some good progress still, despite the hassles, despite the struggles. 40 episodes of Planet Zoo has led us to this state over here. This is kind of why I don't want to do the first-person tour, because people stop at weird things. It's like I'd rather do the tour myself, you know what I mean? Like, be in control, pretend like I'm in first person. There we go, this is nice. I'm pretty happy with how this stuff looks in terms of the overall aesthetic and how things are laid out. That dude over there messing with the recycling bin. Lots of caretakers, oh my god. Bumping and grinding over here. Past the washrooms, people leave and go in, fair enough. We're gonna go and see the tortoises first, I suppose. Yeah, this is not the best way to do a tour, I don't think, unless this is what you guys really would prefer to see. I feel like it would take an hour just to do this. Alright, they didn't even go in to see the tortoises. One would hypothetically go in to see the tortoises, where they are not stressed anymore. They're having a good time, having a jolly old time. Read a little bit about them over here, perhaps. And, yeah, alright, you see the tortoises. See them maybe hide in their little tortoise-shaped cages. Now, unfortunately, while people can exit over here through the second door, there's no real reason to unless they want to use the washroom. Eventually, Africa will be down that way, but that's for later. So they might loop back over here. Oh. He's really got to go. He's like grabbing on for dear life. But yeah, they'll come around this way perhaps, move over this way, slow the camera down a little bit. There we go. And then arrive at Wolf Rock, which is, you know, our first enclosure. So this one's exciting to look at for me. It's got some history to it. The Wolf Rock pack. Damn right. Some good views over here. You can see the waterfall off in the distance. Whoa. Really fell in there. Over here, you can see some of them too. I don't think we have any puppers right now. Oh. Oh. Came right on time. Are they playing? I think they're just playing, yeah. That's adorable. That's adorable. So, alright, let's say we're done with the wolves and we decide to go around this way. Nice little Inukshuk sculpture over here. Keep going over here. Ooh, what do we have here? We have me at eyeline now. Bear tapirs just kind of swimming along right now. They seem to be having a good time. Go ahead and get a better look. Come up over here, get on the pier. Read a little bit about them. Look at the little baby. Squee a little bit. Try to find the tapir. Oh! So cute. Come on, buddy. Go play. Go play with the... No? Okay, fair enough. Get into my personal space here, man. Thank you. It's just cute. This is a nice view, I think. All right, cool. Feeling a little hungry? We can go to Tapir Tavern. Again. Get something to eat. Get something to drink. Relieve myself. I'm in like child height right now. Back over here, we've got some exhibits. And look at the fireplace. I don't think people really use this seating all that often. We've got the fireplace over here where you can kind of sit down, get warmed up when it's snowing or whatever, and then continue your tour of the zoo. See some of the centipedes, see the beetles, see the vendor. We've got, what have we got over here? I don't recognize that name. One of the tarantulas, I think. You can actually spot them even. Got a little waterfall in here and everything. Wow, nice. Cool, you know, if you're happy there, then you go running up the stairs, because who walks upstairs? You run up the stairs. You go, oh man, there's even more. And I'm a child, and I want to check all this stuff out. And I'm so excited, and I'm taking a selfie, or I'm taking a picture. I don't know what I'm doing there. All right. This is pretty neat. Check out the iguanas and the frogs. Oh yeah, you can see a frog over there. So cute. Back over here, we got snakes. There we go. Snakes on some flat surfaces, you know. Snakes on some planes. And over here, what have we got? We've got some more spiders over here. Oof, okay. I don't know if I want to see the spiders. Oh, but we've seen everything over here. All right, fair enough. We see everything over here. Maybe sit down, grab a bite. Maybe go back downstairs. Or, of course, we can take the train. Take the train. Go all the way around on the tracks over here. Now, again, I can't wait to get our polar bears back in. I am very excited for that. Many of you are worried I've forgotten. I have not forgotten. Could not forget. Could not forget. It's a pretty long ride if you think about it. You come up around over here, you maybe catch a glimpse of Bagraba if the weather's clear, right? If the weather's clear. And I'm coming back over here, so I got to cover the toilets up over here, and you end up arriving at India, where there's a lot of people waiting for the train. And in India, you could go in and you can check out this plaza over here, because let's say you're hungry again or something. Super busy over here. Insanely busy over here. Wow. Wild. Absolutely wild. Look at all these people here to check out the peafowl. Awesome. I don't think I've seen this area so busy before. You chase after a peacock because, you know, you're a kid and that's what you do. You harass peacocks. I'm sorry. I feel very bad for the peacocks in at Toronto Zoo, because the children always harass them because they're left out in the open. They can run around freely, and kids always kind of harass them. And, you know, if you're lucky, you might see one of the peafowl doing a maze over here. All right. Fair enough, fair enough. Yeah, this is a super busy area. Get up the stairs. You know, maybe get up the stairs over here. Grab a seat. Just enjoy the views. Off in the distance, what's that? What is that off in the distance? Oh, that's Southeast Asia, you can see. All right, you might get curious about Southeast Asia. You see the sign for Bagraba as well. You're like, oh, what's Bagraba? I want to check that out. Whoa. All off the edge there. Hear the hat's fantastic chime, jingle, whatever it is. Here again, you can stop for a quick bite. Maybe sit down for a minute. Take a break because you've been here for so long. Keep moving on. Got the gharial over here. Oh, just catching the tail end. Look at those babies. Like lined up over there. Oh, this thing got messed up. Look at this baby. Oh, this is actually pretty cool. All right, cool, cool. But not to get distracted, you want to make sure you see the tigers. Go around. Maybe check them out from down over here first. See one off in the distance, I think. All right, all right. Maybe got a better view over here. Up our little ramp. Go up our little ramp. There we go. Lost my controls there for a second. Better views from up over here. Maybe grab a seat if you'd like to. Maybe throw your trash in the bin because you're not an animal. Where are our tigers? Oh, man. I mean, I would camp out to see the tigers. I wouldn't get upset. I'd camp out to see the tigers. Again, I love tigers. Well, maybe you get in here for an attempt at a better view. You try to catch it from the other. Oh, you can't even get to the other one. Well, obviously you'd go up the little post over here because you don't follow the rules. Rules are for other people. Man. How am I going to do a tour of my own zoo and not see my favorite animal? Come on, are you kidding me? Ah, where are they? Come on. Where are they? Are they boxed up? Not boxed up. One of them's hiding down over here. Where's the other one? Where are you? Alright, well, you know what? Fair enough. Well, actually, no, where is our other tiger? Oh man, Amira's pregnant! Oh man, baby's coming soon! Toward the zoo too early. Veer, where are you? Oh, Veer's resting over here. Alright. Back to our tour. So where were we? We were up over here. Alright, done with the tigers. A little disappointed we didn't get a proper view of them. But what are you going to do? Go running down the ramp over here. You either go that way. Or you can come down this way. Let's go this way. This is a huge zoo. This zoo is massive. My leg's hurting just pretending to do a tour of the zoo. Not allowed that way, but we're allowed this way. Learn a little bit about gharial and a little bit about crocodiles. Alright, cool. Ooh, everything's all East Asian style now. I wonder why that is. Oh my god, I'm in the Southeast Asia section. That's why. Very cool. Lots of people crowding the trees over here. What are you... Man. Some people find the weirdest things fascinating at the zoo. Over here, the boat's not here. Oh, because it's still testing, I guess. Keep going, keep going. Get a good view from over here. Oh yeah, you can see the crocs from over here. Not a bad view, actually. There's Bangkok Night Market. Lots of good food to be had. Washrooms to be used. Really like how this space looks, actually. I think it's come across pretty nicely. I think it's come out pretty nicely. Whoa, whoa. Up over here. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Look at that view. You can actually... Got a pretty good view up over here. That's awesome. Anything happening over here? Now, this is where they're supposed to rest, but they don't really rest like normally. You get to the edge over here, and you see the waterfall, which is pretty glorious. And you hear an elephant. Now, I probably want to make a connection over here at some point. But we don't have one, so you'd have to run all the way back around. All the way back around. Zip back. Use your super speed capabilities. And loop all the way back. Yeah, we gotta definitely make sure that the elephants are better connected. Come around this way. You see these pseudo-Himalayas, I suppose. Keep walking around, keep walking around. Guy's got a pep in his step. Good for him or her. And you come over here. Yeah, I went up to Bagraba and I didn't actually check out the elephants from up there. Oh, look at them. Are they... Oh, man. I can see myself running around this zoo. That is a pretty cool view. Whoa. We've obviously got to fix this a little bit, but... I'm pretty intimate with the elephants over here. Might want to adjust my donation bins and stuff. And then from here, if you want to get to the pandas, again, we're going to add... the gondola over here. That would take you up and over the mountains. But for now, you'd have to walk all the way around. All the way around. That's a long walk to get to the pandas. There are some people coming in over here. Got some vendors over here as well. You don't care about vendors. You want to see the animals. Where are they? There's one. Laying there. Not doing much. Just see the one, eh? Oh, there's the other one in the gazebo. It's pretty neat doing the zoo tour from, like, people's perspective to see how the experience might actually play out. Like the tiger experience, like that, you know, wasn't... Oh, man, I completely forgot about... There's so much to this zoo. There's the bears as well. I have to do a proper tour at some point where we plan a path out and then go around the path as if we were actually visiting. Because, like, I legitimately just forgot. But he's getting old there. Such a big crowd over here. Bear playing in the water there. Come around this way. Maybe check out the Yanasi Plains from ground level. Or you see the eagle eye and you go, oh man, I want to go up there. How do I get up there? Check your map. Realize that you gotta backtrack a long, long way. You gotta go back over here. This is where the memorial will be, which I'm hoping to build soon. Rush by all these people that are crowding you. Get out of my way, get out of my way. Past the bears. Past the bears. And then up this, no, not up that way. That's the staff path. Down this way, right, through the canopies. Catch another glimpse of the wolves now eating as a pack. I feel like most of the views are actually pretty great. I gotta say, most of these views are actually pretty great. Go downstairs over here into this dark, dank cave. Check out the bears from over here. Oh man, what a view of the bear. Timing. Timing. And over here you can check out all these creepy crawlies if you're so inclined. If you're so inclined, we got scorpions, we got spiders of all kinds. Spiders of too many kinds. The Gila monster as well. Can I see the Gila monster? Oh, there we go. Yeah, there they are. Oh, so cute. Just like resting there. And you get over here, you can eat a little bit. This place is not as crowded as it once used to be. But I guess it's not as new as it once was, I suppose. But the eagle eye is still cool. Oh, the American bison are about to fight. Seems we've arrived just in time. I'm kidding, that's horrible. Go up the stairs, lots of these crowds over here. Steep stairs as well. Oof, you hear them fighting. Oh, man. This is a pretty cool view. Oh, he looks so upset. It is a pretty cool view from up over here. Go out over here. No one uses these benches, I don't think. Which is too bad, but the idea is there. That was also a good view. Some really good views. I don't understand when people complain about views. They complain about views when they've arrived at the wrong time, I guess, like with the tigers like me. Suppose I'd be upset about that. Alright, the bison. Whew, that was quite the tour. Gotta plan out a better tour and do it more properly. The Yanasi Plains also still needs a lot of work. Okay, what am I looking for here? The animal count. Too many male bison. Well, Mez is a mess. What's his actual name? We'll never know. Let's see, your stats are alright. Who's the other one? Inspector has left. We'll check that out in a second. James. James, buddy. Taking a little lie down over here. Decent stats, I suppose. But unfortunately... Oh, no, not everyone here is his sibling. Watkins, Shanita, Emberly, Embe. Watkins, Shanita, Emberly, Embe. Okay. Is that everybody? Watkins, Shanita, Emberly, Embre. Winter's the only one that's left. But she's elderly. Well, he's being taken to the vet right now. We'll probably send him off, release him into the wild or something. Might be the best way to go about it. All right, folks. Take a look at this. Did we actually get a reduced crime? Didn't I already get that? And let's take a look at our overview over here to see our inspection report. Not surprised. Wolf Rock was the only disappointment, I suppose. Not the end of the world. Not the end of the world. But we're still above that $500,000. We've got 4,300. I don't think we hit the 5K visitor mark. Overall, the session was... Talk about timing. Oh my god. I'm so glad we got to catch this happening. I'm so glad we got to catch that happening. Are you going to come down too, buddy? Oh, yes. Amazing. It is so nice to see them actually use this as intended. You know what? I was about to express how it was unfortunate that this episode had so many setbacks and whatnot, but ending on this note is definitely ending on a high note. Folks, this is where we're going to call it a session. I hope you enjoyed this one. I apologize for the jankiness of it. It seems the game's finally stopped crashing, but I am also feeling the fatigue a little bit, and the stress is still definitely there. But I hope you enjoyed this session nonetheless. We got a fair bit done. We made the foundations, in some cases literally speaking, in some cases more metaphorically speaking. We built the foundations of the Indian grounds over here, so we can actually finish it off. Can we lower this terrain even slightly? No. We'll see if we can't figure something out for the boat ride. But the boat ride tour, I think, was interesting as well. Was very insightful. As always, folks, y'all got to let me know what you think about all the things that we tried to tackle today. Let me know by leaving a like and a comment down below. Again, if you enjoyed it, let me know by leaving a like and a comment down as well. And if you didn't enjoy it, if there was something I could have done better, let me know in the comments. I'm always open to feedback. A massive thanks goes out to all of my channel members and patrons for supporting the channel on a monthly basis. You keep us alive and running smoothly. And a big old thanks goes out to each and every one of you for watching. Until next time, cheers.